body before washing you in the embrace of the stars. Listen. Listen to the familiar rhythm of the crickets that chirp as they create the soundtrack for each day, echoing summer's end and that autumn's on her way. The stifling heat of the summer sun is now tempered by the clouds, those fluffy cotton August clouds that soft breezes push about. Shadows falling everywhere as the sun plays peekaboo, losing her strength with each new day, a sure sign that summer is through. The sentinel city of Negate, jewel of the north, bastion against the northern winds, protector of those seeking refuge behind its walls. But what is refuge? What is haven? To those running from an ever-closing past, it's a place to reinvent yourself. To those looking to make a coin or two, it's a place full of those easily deceived. A place of power where nobles have the peasantry wrapped around their fingers and the fear of the unknown grip the hearts and minds of those who know to watch the dark. This is where we find ourselves going. The creek of... Yeah. Okay, so that's the flavor text, and let's move on to this. So, we're gonna go to a road. On that road, there's a caravan. And those caravan, you see a small older gnome of wan complexion. He walks up to a beautiful machine of elegant metal and design who looks for, in a way, only a machine can. This is the gnome art.1 you know as Feldrick. And you guys are currently on a caravan containing the sort of trinkets and things you make back in your home city. Taking them to Negate to be hopefully sold. He comes up to you and says, are you ready to go to market today?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for your transport.
I know you haven't been to a city the size of Negate before. Hopefully it's not worrying you if you can be worried.
I cannot, but thank you for your concern. It is appreciated.
I love you. I love that character so far. He says to you, by the way, if the music is too loud, go ahead and turn that down. He says to you, I'm thinking a good idea to sell stuff is probably where we can find the most amount of people. I hear there's a carnival or something going on in the city today. You think that'd be a good idea, using that logistic brain of yours?
The clockwork kind of spokes kind of turning as she can... Yes, I believe that would be acceptable. Thank you.
Alright. Next, the winds pick up and blow down the dusted road to another traveler who seeks the city of answers. Torwin, you see as you travel down this road on a horse given you to by Rihanna. Is that how I pronounce her name? Rihanna?
Rihanna?
The
Rihanna?
Rihanna.
It's Rynnia, so...
Rynnia?
Rynnia. Let's go with Rynnia.
Rynnia, alright. This is a horse given to you by Rynnia when she sent you to find ingredients she's sort of attempting to find a cure to the weeping pox. And so she sent you to go find ingredients. And Reyna said there is a carnival stopping the city of Negate, and it's being held by a group of traveling entertainers. And they're led by a woman she told you is named Mav Ross. And she said this woman might have the answers you're looking for. Does that
all right, then.
Give you a good reason to be heading to Negate?
Oh yeah, totally.
Gotcha. Next. Obedience. You stand firmly staring up at the wall of Negate, a city you've only heard story from Edna and Joe, the couple who took you in. They've sent you with a message from their son, who they say lives in this city. This is your first time alone since you lost your memory, but as Joe told you this morning, you've got a good heart in you. And although some will try to use that against you, just keep your head high and you can accomplish anything, as he and Joe sent you out the door. You've been standing in line to be granted access into the city, and you're currently the next in queue. A guard approaches you. You don't have any symptoms of the plague, do you?
Would I know what that is?
The plague?
Yeah.
You probably understand what being sick is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel fine.
He kind of gives you a look over. He doesn't see anything that would indicate the plague, and he allows you passage into the city. Instantly, you are greeted by the sight of just a bustling marketplace full of life and vibrancy. This is the most people you've ever been around.
Oh, oh my.
and the message they sent you with say Aaron's Cafe is somewhere in the heart of the city. You want to start heading there.
I will.
All right, let's go to Charles. Charles, you step out of the inn you called home last night and see that today is the day the carnival goes into full swing. There's bound to be a lot of suckers with gold to lose there. The innkeeper steps out, a woman you've known for about a week, but she's known you for a good deal longer. And she sort of comes up to you, because you haven't quite paid for this inn yet. And you know this, you see her starting to come out of the door. What do you do?
I do what any good charlatan would do. Fucking run.
Alright, Bet, where are you headed?
I'm headed to the carnival.
Alright, gotcha. Let me go ahead and move maps real fast for,
Feels like that's the correct answer.
That is a
Maps.
great answer. So this is just the flea stick market right after you enter the gates of Negate. Gates of Negate, that's a fun sentence to say. But moving from Charles, we go to Crux. Crux, you awoke this morning to the same thing you've seen every day for the last few months, the roof of a caravan cart. From outside, you hear the shouts of men and women working. Today is the big day, another performance, another day of telling fortunes to peasants who may not live to see next week. Next to your cot, you see another somewhat familiar sight. A pure white, translucent ibis. It's a small bird with a hooked beak and wise eyes. They look into yours, almost seeming to ask, when will something new happen? You hear a knock at your door.
Yes.
Are you gonna come out? We need your help out here.
It depends. What's the weather like?
It's a summer day, it's bright. Get your ass out here.
Ugh, another beautiful day makes me sick. And then I would get up and get out of bed and walk outside.
Alright, perfect. That was just another one of the crew members of your caravan. So, you guys are all here in the city of Negate, and, this is gonna be fun. Now I don't know what to do. But let's see. So, who kind of wants to take sort of first order on what they're going to be doing today? Most of you are sort of geared towards going to the same place. Let's just go from a good order of left to right here, with Ryan starting off. What is your character doing right now?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Is standing around the market, offering to take people up on bets that he will most certainly be winning. He bets like, if I take these 3 cards and mix them together, could you find which one the queen is? If you do, I'll give you a copper. If you don't, you give me a copper. But here's the thing, there is no queen.
Oh.
And that is how Charles spends most of his days in the gate, is just conning people out of their money.
Okay. You know that the carnival is supposed to be starting in sort of near the end of the day. The sun is kind of setting lazily. It's near the end of summer, but the sun's still sort of that's later on into the day. It's probably around 7 o'clock. And after a full day of that, go ahead and roll me I'm gonna say a deception check, and I'll base how much copper you made from the day. I do not have any of my physical dice on me, so I need to pull the die roller really fast.
That's gonna be a 21.
Okay. So, in a full day, you made a total of 7 copper by scamming the peasantry.
Right. That is a decent day's work for Charles.
Alright. And where are you headed from there?
Oh, I'm going to the carnival.
Gotcha.
I want to see something.
Alright, Matt, moving on to you. What is
Alright.
Torwin up to?
Torwin is I'm inside the city, right?
Yes, you're inside the city.
Torwin just goes, kind of muttering to herself. All right, Mavros. Carnival then, and goes to the carnival to. Now, is it like Mavros or like Mavros?
Crux, can you help me out with that pronunciation there?
For what?
The caravan owner.
Oh, Mavros with an AH.
Okay, Mavros. Gotcha.
Mavros, got it.
Bob Ross, got it.
It's yeah, Bob Ross. She's painting everything. She guides you through it. Ma, as in like what you'd call your like ma. Does that make sense? Yeah.
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 And Torwin will ride through town to get to the carnival.
Okay. After Matt, Josh, what are you doing?
I'd probably be asking my I would probably be lazily slacking off while everyone else is working. Probably like sitting by a tree, looking at the clouds and judging them. Yeah. I'd probably be hoping no one asks me to work around to set up for the carnival.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move to where that scene is.
Transit.
So this is sort of the carnival grounds. These are your caravans. And things are kind of already set up. You've managed to skirt past most of the day. You found a familiar hiding spot. This isn't your first time performing in the gate, so you've probably stopped by some of the local inns, just sort of skirting out of work. But you do know it's about time to go and set up your stand. Crux, you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was waiting for you to say something.
I'm sorry.
I would be outside of my tent, waiting for my first taker upper on paying some coin for a fortune. I'd probably be beckoning them, and I'd probably say something along the lines of, "Have you ever questioned your fate? Do you desire to know your future? Well, pay a few pieces of copper and ask a question." And I'd be beckoning to the crowd walking by.
Obedience. You see, as you're walking through Negate trying to find Aaron's cafe, that you hear this voice asking for your fortune to be read.
Well, Obedience is horribly lost. She has bumped into several people and has to apologize profusely for her clumsiness. But once she hears the carnival barking about a fortune reader, well, it's gonna pique her interest a bit. She's gonna start patting her way over.
Oh my!
Animal Crossing?
You do hear animal.
Oh.
Resume, did I skip over you earlier?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
Oof.
sorry. So I was just looking over my notes and I was like, wait, I'm missing somebody here. I literally just read over it. So let me backtrack just a little bit here. Resme, you've been traveling with a group of missionaries for a few days now, leaving Claystone. And you're finally in the gate. You haven't been on trips like this in a while, but the objective is simple. Find a large group of people and spread the word of Helm. That's
Huh?
Did I cut out?
Hang on a second.
No, I hope you did. You said and spread the word of hell.
Oh, Helm. H-E-L-M. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I heard Helm too, and I was like, are we
Man.
a clerik or a warlock?
She doesn't look the type, but I guess you don't judge a book.
Bearer of
Spread the word of hell.
Spread the word of hell.
Just spread the word of the apocalypse. And on your way coming to Negate, you did actually see an apostles of the Burning Crown. I'm just sort of leaving that there for you to note. And the missionary leader who's kind of come from Playstone with you is Alksum. He's a kind older human with a warm smile. And you kind of just here in the middle of like Flea Stick Market, about to go out and spread the word. All good? Okay. Right. Moving back to where we were with obedience and Crux there.
Yes, I have made my way to the stall after bumping into like 5 more people and apologizing. Way more than I need to.
Go ahead and describe your character so Crux knows who he's looking at.
Crux, you see approaching a young tabaxi girl with gold fur. She has like this. She has like a white and red dress on with like a big red cape on her back. She's got like the most naive-looking face ever. You feel like you're gonna make a lot of money off of this person.
Is Obedience talking?
She's just kind of walked up to your cart, if I've heard right.
She's observing.
Oh,
She's like
I
watching.
can't hear them at all. I don't know why. Should I end and rejoin? I see the light is green, but I hear nothing.
Oh, you actually can't hear anything? Yeah, I'd go and read.
Yeah.
What a dick.
I hope he wasn't just sitting here in silence listening to me.
I was in total silence listening to typing. It was wonderful. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, cool. Awesome.
You can hear people?
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Test me. I'm not making it up.
So, did you hear my description or no?
Nothing. Not one word.
Okay, so while at your stall, you see approaching a young tabaxi girl with gold fur. She's got on like a white and red dress with like these little footy thingies on. She's got on a big red cape with like a fur collar on the hood. And she's got the most naive looking golden eyes. And like you can probably tell you can probably make a lot of money off of this person.
And she's just around?
She's looking at your stall. I don't know if you have somebody there or you're waiting for somebody, but if
I'm
you're,
standing. Yeah, I'm standing outside, just like, looking around. I'm in like this big yellow golden cloak with an eye patch that has an eye over it. I've got a big black witch's hat and some nice combat boots that don't look dirty at all. And I kind of spot you, and a look comes on my face. And at first it looks like I'm going to murder you. But that slowly fades away to a grotesque smile that I'm nearly cross-eyed, and you hear me scream, "Kitty cat! Oh my goodness, kitty cat! Yes, kitty cat. You need something, kitty cat? Kitty cats get free things here. Yes, of course.
hi.
Hello, kitty cat. Yes. You have
gonna, like, look to her
questions?
left and right and see like is anybody watching? Is she about to go missing?
No, nobody cares, kitty cat. I'm here with you. Nobody minds.
Left
So,
and
does
right,
kitty
see, like,
cat
is
have
anybody-
question?
I heard Fortune.
Very well, kitty cat. I will grab them by their arms and drag them into my tent, and the flaps will close behind me.
Okay. Obedience, you going in with that?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right. What does she find in there, Crux?
There would be a rather plain-looking table with nothing on it at all. Doesn't the tent really does not look anything out of the ordinary at all. It's kind of candlelit and with purple sheets held up by pitched things that he did not pitch. Yeah, there would just be a table and 2 chairs.
All right.
Well,
she's too nervous to really like move. She's like inching, like looking around the tent.
well. Okay, Kitty Cat does not have question, and I would push her out, and I would go back into the street looking for more people.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on from those two. Sorry. Trying to remember character names here. Please forgive me.
No, it's fine. There's a lot.
Art. You and your group of people have kind of pulled up near this this carnival. You've set up shop, and you see the other festivities and things going around. What would Art be doing?
So Art is going to go.
Sorry.
So Art's gonna go and find like an empty space, and to set up her stall, it's basically just like a like kind of backpack style, like looking like a Dungeoneer's pack thing that she presses, and it all unfolds out and turns into a giant stall ready for her, with everything just like. She's going to bend down and pat her steel defender's head, which is a mechanical pseudo dragon or pseudo wyvern, and imbue it with magical tinkering, allowing it to play a 6-second recording, and then it is going to run around the marketplace saying the following. Wares for sale, trinkets, repairs, weapons, armor, potions, poisons, maps, crafts, and more. Come on over and bring your coin purse, something for everyone. And that just replays endlessly.
Torwin, as you're sort of walking about looking for this woman, you see this device run up to you and shout that.
I mean, thanks, but I get off my horse and kind of squat down to the little pseudo wyvern and go, could you tell me where Mavros is?
It kind of cocks its head to the side and then just runs away. Where's the sound? Trigger your pants! Where's the sound?
All right then. And I will keep walking, trying to find.
But you do see that it runs back over to my stall, if that helps.
Me as a player wants to go interact with RT, but me as Torwin just goes like, no, Mavros is the priority. We're curing the plague, goddammit.
Yeah, oh no, I was just giving you the option because I was like, I don't want to like totally cock you by being like, and it just leaves you alone.
Yeah,
no,
you don't want to get shoved out of a fucking
yeah.
tent.
Yeah.
Alright, lovely. So you guys, by the way, on this map, you're sort of all in this general area. Just so you know. Session ones are so hard because I need to make sure I've got everybody's characters sort of doing something. Resume, where do you think you've made it to by this point?
Probably around the carnival area, since like it's a lot of people in one area. It would be better to like proselytize when there's a lot of people.
Okay. Is there anything you're saying as you're out here?
Just like walking up to people. Have you heard of the Might of Helm? Have you heard of the Might of Helm?
I keep hearing hell.
And if they don't run away as soon as she says that, then she like tries to engage and make them not run away.
Okay. You kind of see this this half drow looking person who looks like he could use the word of God.
Oh God!
Get eaten.
Oh no! That took me a second to like fully register.
Hello there, sir. Hey, have you heard the word of Helm?
I have heard a great many words, but Helm is not one of them.
Oh, he's the coolest god ever. He's super cool. He does cool stuff. And oh, what's your name?
And oh,
she said, "No, what's your name?" If she got out there.
oh yeah, she cut out. Well, my name is Frank. That's not my name. That second part was meta. Since I know this is like a new session 1, that is not his actual name. But he says, "My name is Frank."
Oh, it's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Renesmee, and I'm working with some missionaries of Helm. So if you would like to learn some about people who can talk about it more, just let me know.
Charles chuckles to himself and he says, "Lead the way."
Ooh, cool. So she walks back over to somebody who actually knows what the hell's going on.
You see you're near the missionary leader, Alexum, right now.
Okay, she leads him to Alex.
That is the most precious fucking character. Oh my God.
I'm loving Renesmee.
Yeah,
right now.
I was like,
She's like
Charles would
15 years
immediately want to
old.
steal from her,
Oh.
but also wouldn't, and I don't, so I'm not going to.
She's like 15 years old. She's just like smiling, really happy.
We're about to take this challenge
adorable.
a life-threatening situation.
Alex, I found somebody.
She leads you to this older-looking man, who then starts to go into the intricacies of Helm and just turning around your life for the better. And we're gonna shift from that scene. Is there someone I'm skipping over? I feel like I'm skipping over someone.
No, you've
I
done.
think got everybody.
You've done 3 pairs, so.
Okay, great. So,
But question, before we leave, can I pickpocket the guy?
Axum?
Yes.
Okay, you see he's kind of wearing these grand robes, just a man of the cloth, and he's not really looking at you as he's sort of describing Helm. He's sort of looking off into the sky and just spouting wisdom about, the truth and light and just being a good person. And he's kind of going misty-eyed as he's explaining this, as if he really cares about Helm. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand to see if you can...
Yeah, Clarence just says to Charles, "Easy pickings." And we got a 24, alright.
Who's
Renesmee.
Clarence?
Renesmee, you're there too. Go ahead and make me a perception check real fast to see if you clock that.
Okay.
See if Axum does.
Oh no, that's a natural 1.
Oh no.
Good, oh, good that you got out of the way now.
Axum, so much more perceptive than you, gets a 3, so...
You're just really enthusiastic about the word of Helm.
He's not a perceptive bunch.
He's really into it. But as you're going through his cloak and you manage to quickly grab a coin purse, it seems to have a little bit in there. You can go ahead and add 4 silver to your character sheet there.
Alright.
And by this time, you see the carnival's kind of in full swing. You see gypsies dancing, acrobatic tricks. People are throwing their coin around. People have been in and out of Crux's fortune-telling booth. What are some of the fortunes you might have told to these people?
All lies. All lies. Not one true one to any of them. I think I told a woman. She looked great.
Oh, thank you.
I believe that I would also talk to the cat a bit more.
You pushed me in the fucking tent!
But no, I just tap kitty cat. Just tap. I think I would call over to my familiar. Hey, Kitty, I own one of you. She's so nice. And then the cat would start talking. My cat, and it would be like, you don't own shit. And I'd be like, oh, good Kitty, yes, thank you. Yeah, it was a good night, great night.
Lovely. Well, you see it's darker on. Charles, you note that there's a crescent moon hanging in the sky. And just so you know, because you told me there's something important about you and the moon, so I'm making sure you know where it's at.
Oh boy, we have a hag and a lycanthrope and a party with a blood hunter. Should be fun.
Should be great. But you see, kind of coming into the middle square here, where this obelisk is sort of rising around. You see an older woman. She's dressed elegantly. One second. Hi, Emo. Hi, I believe Marina. And sorry, they're watching this. And you see, she's dressed elegantly. She's wearing these fine purple robes. And this, by the way, Crux, is
My boss.
yeah, your boss. This is your boss, the woman who might pay you.
My boss lady. Yes. Good boss lady.
And she goes to address the crowd. You see people kind of gathering around. They might have seen her before whenever the carnival does come into town. And she's just kind of spouting off how happy she is to have everyone here and that they're enjoying the festivities. I'm zoning off. Let me check this real fast. Okay, great. And you see, while she's kind of addressing this crowd, they're sort of gathered all around here. Has everyone else kind of made it into this crowd? If everyone else is moving around?
Oh yeah. For me, at least.
And Torwin, based off the descriptions that were given to you, this appears to be the lady you're looking for.
Appears to be.
Noted. Excuse me. And Renesmee, you and Alex, what are you guys doing? Moving into the crowd, or what's the plan? Leah, you there?
Oh, yes, sorry.
You're fine. I was just wondering, are you and Alex moving into the crowd there as... Okay. Obedience and Crux, are you guys at the tent? Are you going to go see your boss speak? What's the plan?
I remember him shoving me out, and I think I would just leave at that point.
I yell to my boss. I would say, "Look, cat, good luck. I make money. Cat, not bad luck. Good luck, cat." And I would point to, like, the whatever profits I made from fortunes that night.
Okay. She notes that. And she's sort of addressing this crowd. You've heard this speech a billion times from every other village and town she's been in.
I would mimic it. I would mimic I would mouth it as she did it.
She shoots you the evil eye as she sees you off in the corner.
My hair all falls out. Sorry, I continue.
You guys see, however, as sort of in this crowd, there appears to be some sort of shoving and pushing going around. And you see the crowd part a bit. And you see someone in the center where the people have sort of parted away from, and he's kind of clawing at his face and his neck.
Could I do some kind of check to diagnose or figure out what he is?
Yeah.
Who is speaking? Sorry.
Torwin.
Torwin. Yeah, go ahead. What type of check are you thinking to make here?
Well, first let me ask: is this? Would this be a fae, fiend, or undead?
This would not be any of those.
Okay. I'll just do a general nature check. How about that?
Nature check? Okay. Go ahead.
22.
22, great. As you see this guy kind of spazzing out on the ground, he's kind of clawing at his neck. He seems to be freaking out a little bit. You see that his nails are kind of extending, and just sort of based off what his total look is, you're kind of from that Ashwood area, and you might have seen one of these beasts before. This appears to be some sort of lycanthrope. Something is changing here, and it's changing fast.
Okay. I'll shout, "Everyone get back!" and pull out my battle axe and shield and get ready for a fight.
Okay, bet. As these people sort of see this change going on in front of them, you see they just straight up book it. And everyone else, what are you doing in this moment?
Do we see this?
Yeah, if you guys are in this area, you see what's kind of going on here.
I would immediately call to my boss and just be like, "Ma, get away from there," and like,
Ma, get away.
get to your you're embarrassing me in front of everyone.
Away.
When I hear that, I look over and say, "I need to talk to you after this."
He's like, okay, and she sort of begins running off with the rest of the crowd as they scatter.
As the crowd departs, does anybody seem like they need? Does anybody like seem lost or like confused or scared? Like I want to make sure civilians get clear of this danger. Or they're gone. Never mind. No, they left. They're good.
Yeah,
they're out.
This is an evacuate. This was routine.
So I'm just gonna pull up on the map here who said they're still staying for right now, and that's
Charles will also be staying. He may appear to be an asshole. He may be an asshole, but like
but
he still feels the need to protect in the face of danger. So he takes his shield out. And he takes his left arm. Takes his left arm to the side, and a black sword appears in his hand.
Okay.
Oh shit! I never gave a physical description of Torwin, did I?
No. Let's go ahead and do that if we haven't for you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. Torwin is a female dwarf, big beard, braids throughout. She's got she kind of puts she had a pipe that she puts away. She's wearing like a chainmail, just like a bandolier of like little ingredients and things, and as well as a 6-pointed star symbol on her right hand, and she's wielding a battle axe and a shield.
Thoroughly intimidating. Anyone else who hasn't described their character? Now would be.
I haven't described Ren. So kind of short, ASMR, golden hair, golden eyes, golden skin, a halo around her head that glows, also golden. She's wearing a simple dress with leather armor over it. She has a flag with the symbol of helm tied around her belt at her waist. She has a big shield on her back and a mace on her hip.
Ooh.
By the way, RT, you see the other gnomes kind of pack up shop quickly. What's the plan with you?
So I again press like a button and my entire shop folds back up into like a backpack, which I immediately sling over my shoulders. And as like this was all happening, I imagine Art would have been doing like a please evacuate in an orderly manner through the exits clearly marked. Please evacuate in an orderly manner, and like moving towards the crowd though, and like anyone who's like getting in the way, she's just like gently like she's got her hands forward almost like a swimmer would, but like in front of her body, and people's like bodies just kind of curve away from her like metallic arms as she like parts the crowd.
I absolutely love that image. Okay. And obedience, are you sticking around for this?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Okay. So let's continue with this scene. Put on better fit, girl fast. Okay. So you guys see this person. He's kind of fully transformed. His nails have been elongated. You see tufts of hair coming out of his body. His mouth has turned into a snout, and he bears these really large white teeth. And he turns towards the closest person towards him. Now would be a great time to roll for initiative.
Shit.
Ooh.
Shit.
Also, I completely forgot that we can roll in the roll 20, so I'm gonna start doing that.
It's helpful.
Don't fuck me, Vex. Yeah, that's pretty good. Where do we put it? Oh, there.
Oh, I didn't
Right,
select.
By the way, Chris,
Yes.
because I identified.
Do I just like click where it says initiative? I'm
Yeah.
new to this. Oh, yep, I see how to do it. 15. Okay.
Because I identified him before he fully changed, could I have activated my Crimson Right?
Yeah, you could have activated your Crimson Right. You would have had time.
Alright, well, I'm going to take 1d4 points of damage, so. Blood shoots out of my.
Hooray for pain!
Well, yeah, blood shoots out of my symbol on my hand and kind of coats the blade, and it sparks with electricity.
Seeing this, I would be like, beautiful.
Alright. So you guys can actually click on that turn order and put your initiative down. If you haven't went ahead and done that already.
That's a 6.
Oof.
Let me go ahead and roll in initiative verify.
Damn.
That's okay.
Did we come to a fucking rave? Hold on.
Okay. Let's sort that by sending order. And it looks like obedience are actually first. With what's
God
going
damn
on
it!
here. What's obedience doing right now?
So it's clear that this werewolf-looking dude is threatening. Does he look threatening?
Yes, this werewolf dude is definitely threatening.
Okay, so I have a move. Oh wait, no, wait. I have a thingy that I can do also. So let me see how far I can get. So I'm assuming each square is 5 feet.
Yeah. So if you take the measurement tool,
5.
you can kind of see.
Oh.
It looks
So I can
like
get like right up to the obelisk. 30 feet where I was. I was at the
Yeah.
pole over there.
Yeah, you can definitely make it.
Okay, so do I see him where I am, or do I need to like skirt around the obelisk?
The obelisk is really tall and skinny, so you can definitely see around it. He's kind of this hulking beast.
Okay, time to. It's how obedience sees how to solving a problem with humor. So she's gonna cast. She's gonna take out from her pocket or from her messenger bag. She's gonna take out like a little batch of tiny tarts and like crumple them up and throw them like towards the beast and like wave like a very comically large feather in the air and say, "Hey you! I was thinking about getting rid of my spine because it's only holding me back." And that's a wisdom save for him.
Let's go ahead and roll that. What's the DC?
14 of wisdom.
All right.
Didn't mean to roll strength. But...
Werewolves aren't totally wise. That was a 12.
That's a fail.
A fail.
So he falls prone laughing so hard.
Let me double check to see.
Wait, is it intelligence less than 4? 4 or less?
It's not.
Okay, so yeah, he is affected.
I'm just.
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay, bet you see this werewolf kind of snarling, just instantly it hears your joke and it goes, and it starts like laughing, as a dog might, I suppose.
She finds it a little gross. It's a dog, little gross.
Kind of slobber and stuff going everywhere, so it is
Yeah.
knocked prone. Is that your turn?
I have a bonus action I would like to do to the dwarven lady I see. Do I see Torin? Do I see her?
You should be able to see her, yeah.
Okay, so I would like to give her a bardic inspiration, and I'm just gonna say, it's it's laughing, but it's still dangerous. Be careful.
Thanks, Loss, I know.
Give her like a finger gun, kind of like, hey.
Alright. Just dead focus.
Okay, Renesmee, you're up.
Yeah, I would like to move. So do I just move my token?
Yeah, you can move your token.
There. And then she raises her hand, or she grabs her shield from her back and raises her hand without a mace and casts. I had it. Burning Hands 2nd level.
Oh wow, okay.
So it needs to make a dex save.
And it's knocked from. Does it have disadvantage on dex saving throws while it's prone? I don't remember prone rules.
Yes, it does.
I think prone is
Yes.
disadvantage on dex.
It
And
becomes
definitely-
incapacitated, so I don't know if
I
that
think it just
changes.
fails.
Yeah, incapacitated. I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, go ahead and thank you so much.
Yeah, it
can't
does.
take
It has
actions or
disadvantage.
Disadvantage on the dex save? Okay, that's the first roll. That's the second roll. I made a 17. I rolled a 17 and an 18.
Damn. Yeah.
Ooh,
Nothing happens.
an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
Oh.
Wow.
It still
Okay,
takes half.
so
It still takes half damage from the
Yeah.
burning hands.
I'm
If it
rolling
takes-
damage.
If it takes damage, it gets to make a save against my spell.
It takes 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. Oh wow.
It make a save for my spell.
I will go ahead and make a save. That is a 4. I don't think that saves.
Fails. It's a really funny joke.
It doesn't understand why it's laughing at this point, but it's still laughing as it's being singed by these flames. And as it saw, like Red Nesme walk up and her hands start to heat up, in its kind of fit of laughter, it did take a second to kind of roll a little bit and kind of get out of the way of the flames, but still takes a massive chunk of hair with it. After that, Charles, you're up.
All right, Charles is going to charge at the werewolf. Let's see if I can move it to where
Charge,
right there.
Charles.
he's going to use a bonus action
Mhm.
to cast. Where is it? Where are my spells? There they are. He's gonna cast Branding Smite,
Branding Smite, okay.
and then he's going to make an attack with Clarence.
Yes, the sword.
And it's the terrifying name of his sword. It's fine.
The
My sword has a name too.
Is it better than Clarence?
No, of course not.
All right, there we go. What do we got for that? I'm scrolling down. That is a 20.
that hits.
Oh, and I had advantage anyway, but like, I'll roll again to see if I crit. I forgot to do that.
Before he does the damage, does a 14 save?
What?
Obedient?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that saves.
A 14?
Shit.
Okay, so after he
Yeah,
takes his damage, he will
that
no longer
saves.
be incapacitated. 10 damage?
Son of a bitch.
No, that was I was rolling with advantage. Let me roll damage. Let's see. It does more damage because the smite, and also it sheds light and it sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can become invisible until the spell ends. Don't think that'll matter, but it might.
If you want to auto roll the sword damage, you can just click the sword on the roll, like the name, and it'll.
14.
Okay, so we pull out a calculator for basic math. It's not that number. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, so you roll up Branding Smite, attack this creature. You feel Clarence speaking in your mind, asking for blood, and you deliver, slicing straight down this werewolf, managing to give it a nasty gash. It is now that werewolf's turn, though. And after getting hit, it's knocked out of its laughing, and it turns to look at the last person who attacked it. And okay,
Fair.
it is going to make some attacks at you. So does a 13 hit?
A 13 does not hit.
Okay, and does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Okay, so it's gonna miss with its bite attack. It kind of lunges at you, goes for a bite. You manage to jump out of the way, but then on the backswing, it goes and attacks you with its claws. And let's go ahead and roll damage on that. That's plus. That's a total of 10 damage as it just swipes at you with its claws.
Ouch. Okay.
And That's gonna be his turn. Crux, you're up.
La Crux.
Okay. So. Wow. All right. I'm gonna move there. I got it. Maximum distance. Snap to center. Is this obelisk blocking my casting?
I'm gonna say no. You can see right past it there. It's more of a pole than an obelisk.
Oh, the pole. Okay, so I see past the pole. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a wisdom save, right?
I don't know why it's telling me cast at what level. It should just go.
That's a cantrip.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It just says what it does.
Oh, you
So,
put in the higher levels thing.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So just move that into the description, it'll just cast.
Cool. But yeah, so saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Alright. That is a 19 to save.
Oh, you're good.
That's not fun.
So you go and you make this resounding bell noise, but this werewolf, its ears are pumping with blood. It's right in a fight. It doesn't even recognize it as it
Right.
continues to stare down Charles.
I dance to the beat of the tone. Just a little bit.
It's just a one monotone little noise just droning out, but you somehow managed to jig
Just
through
a
that.
quick. Yeah.
Bet. Torwin, you're up.
You're inspired.
What's your opinion on flanking?
So I'm gonna say if the things focus on something else, we haven't really talked about flanking rules, so right now let's not go on it, but we'll definitely discuss what's gonna be best for the party after this session.
So I will move up to the werewolf. I will use my bonus action to hex it
Okay.
because I feel like with that nature check I made earlier, I know that my base axe is probably not going to do too much against the werewolf.
Okay. And you place a curse on a target. Next your D6.
I can make a strength disadvantage. Strength checks.
Okay.
It's not going to matter, but you know. And I am going to Booming Blade the werewolf. So 15 hit.
A 15 does hit. This is just sort of a massive beast. It's not really caring where it's going. It's not even looking at you, so it doesn't manage to dodge out of the way.
Excellent. So it takes... Oh boy. So it takes 9 slashing damage,
Okay.
as well as 4 lightning damage, and 6 necrotic damage.
Okay,
And if
ouch.
it moves, it will take 6 thunder damage.
Wow. Yeah, you point at this creature, you place a hex on it, and then you go right at it, attacking with this booming blade, and it strikes out with resounding thunder and hits this creature, and you almost knock it off its feet. It sort of skirts to the side a bit and then turns to look at you, ferocious. Is that your turn?
I look at the world and go, "Where'd it go, motherfucker?"
Bet. ART, you are up.
So she's gonna watch all of this, and then immediately like sprint towards, and attempt to attack with her rapier.
Go, girl.
Oh, of course.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna miss.
Yeah, that goes right by.
I'm gonna use my bonus action though to control Drome this turn.
Okay. Gotcha.
And Drome will attack as well.
We're just ganging on this thing.
That hits though.
Yes, 20 hits. Oh, that's such a cute little gift. Okay, roll some damage.
7 force damage. I didn't put it in as force, but it is force damage.
Okay. Great. So you come sprinting across. I'm guessing you run in like perfect form, right?
Yeah, so
just-
because she's molded after like elves as well, so she's got these like really long, like gracious legs and arms, quite slender, and it's just that perfect like runner's sprint.
All right, amazing. But as you're kind of running, you're definitely making a lot of sound. The mixed cobble and stuff here, and it's just metallic clanking. And this thing hears you, manages to jump a little bit out of the way of your rapier. Having missed, though, your drone flies up and takes a bite of the werewolf while it's distracted. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Obedience. It's back to you.
I'm
This thing
going
is
to-
not looking good.
I'm gonna call out. Does it need to do anything? No, it's just verbal. So I'm gonna call out to the werewolf. Oi, wolf boy, you need help? Cause you're looking a bit rough. I'm gonna cast this vicious mockery.
I like that.
And does that give disadvantage on its next attack if it fails the saving throw?
If it fails, yes.
Okay.
So wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That's a 15.
That succeeds.
Oh. And does it still take damage then? Or have?
No, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
It's a cantrip. But as a bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word at first level. And I will gladly heal Charles, who got messed up a little bit.
Why, thank you.
What's the word you say to Charles? Hello?
No, I've never heard anyone ask that before.
Hello, sorry.
It's
My
a-
Discord keeps kicking me.
Oh, you're fine. It's a healing word, Obedience. What do you say when you get to heal Charles?
It's
here?
healing words. I don't know anything about you, sir, but you're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Fair enough.
All right, you're feeling invigorated from that. Is that your turn, Obedience?
Hold on, let me roll for heal. I can't do math. It's 5. It's 5. Just 5 points. Sorry.
That's like half of what I took. That's okay. I was still pretty okay. I'm good.
All right,
That's it.
Renesmee, it's back to you. This thing is not looking great. It's kind of on its last legs here.
Well, all of my spells would hit other people, so I'm gonna heal them. The person that got hit, so Charles, and with Healing Word, and you heal 6 points.
Alright, I'm back to full.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork at its finest. As you
You
guys.
still have your action, so you can.
Oh, that
cast
is a
healing.
bonus action.
Yeah. So that was it.
Well, you can still cast a cantrip, or
Yeah.
hit the wolf.
Just hit it! Hit it!
I guess all Sacred Flame.
Uh,
So another deck save.
Okay. See how this thing fares. Ooh, does an 11 save?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so it does 8 damage.
8.
I rolled an 8.
If this thing wasn't looking good before, it looks like a stiff breeze might knock it over. Esme, is that your, Renesmee, is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Charles, you're up. This beast in front of you, having just been singed again. It's missing tons of hair. It's got the gashes. It's got a bite taken out of it. It's not looking too healthy. What do you do?
Charles smiles and says, "Werewolf," and he's going to make another attack. He just goes, "Clarence." He goes, "Werewolf." Clarence will be pleased, and he makes another attack with Clarence.
Tormund looks over and goes, "Who the hell is Clarence?"
In your mind, Charles, Clarence says to you, "You should know who I am. All should know who Clarence is." And 18 to hit. That hits.
Alright. No smites this time, so it's just going to be 1d8 plus 3. That's 5 damage.
Okay, how do you want to do this, Charles?
Charles stabs the chest of the werewolf with Clarence. Every time I say the name Clarence, it makes my thing less dramatic, but it's fine. He stabs into the werewolf with Clarence, and you see Clarence start to glow as what might be the soul of the werewolf is torn from its body and is pulled into the sword.
Jesus Christ.
You see the werewolf look even more dead than it normally would be if it was just dead as it falls to the ground.
All right.
That was just for flavor purposes. For all rules purposes, it's just normal.
All right, amazing. That's initiative dropped.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh, you guys are in this courtyard. There's the corpse of this hybrid beast, and you guys are the only people remaining here right now.
What was that thing?
It was a werewolf. They're not super common around here.
Should we get a guard or something?
Yeah, probably. That might be for the best.
They shouldn't be too far. I mean, it was a big commotion.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Would it be fair to that my character is familiar enough with the phases of the moon to know that it's not a full moon?
I did not mean to.
So, Torwin, you would have been around the Ashwood to probably reasonably guess that, or just know that it's a crescent moon out, and seeing a lycanthrope here on a moon cycle like that is not common. What are you trying to do with that information?
Can I do like a medicine or arcana check to try?
I'm gonna draw it.
Like, you know, like if there's anything like toxin or like drugs or anything like that.
Okay.
Like anything that might like trigger the transformation.
Go ahead and search the creature. Roll me that medicine check.
Medicine. Okay. That's a 4.
You look around it, you don't spot anything. This thing is just sort of this stinking corpse. It's got blood all over it. You don't manage to find anything out of the way, besides, of course, it being hacked to bits. Is there anything else you want to do with it?
Does it like have any like? Is it still wearing clothes? Like, does it still have like?
You sort of see the
human
clothes that was on it have kind of been torn as it's grown into this hulking form. But there does seem to be some items on it.
Well, I don't want to like loot it. Like, is it mine now? Like, I want to like just take it out and like see if there's anything like crazy in there, like to identify him.
Okay. I'm not gonna say you roll anything. You just look around this and see if it's holding anything. And you see around its neck there appears to be this bronze amulet. And the amulet itself is sort of in the shape of a wolf's head.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to it.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see him touching it?
Are you trying to hide what you're doing?
I mean, I'm assuming it's just a quick motion of me like grabbing it and taking off its neck, like just like.
I'd assume Crux would probably see that if it's just happening right in front of him.
Could I see if I recognize the magical symbol on it first before I say anything?
Yeah, roll me a history check.
Am I able to like get it off of him?
Yeah, you're able to unclasp the necklace. Okay, an 18. You've traveled around a lot. You've told a lot of fortunes in a lot of cities. And you do have some faint memory of this wolf head symbol. It's... Sorry? Okay, this is done. It seems like it's come from... you remember this from a city a little while back. It was closer to the Ashwood. And you remember there was somebody who wore the same symbol on a cloak, but you don't remember too much about it.
I recognize that symbol. Do you mind if I see that for a second?
I'll toss it to him.
I would like to cast Identify.
Okay. So, so you learn the property of this item. This necklace, it seems to have something that interferes with the mind, sort of causing people to become enraged. And you know that this item, learning about its properties, is once it's put on, the person who it's put on can't take it off. It sort of drives people to madness, what this item would do.
Okay, so I would return the item to our wonderful. Was it our dwarf, our blood hunter dwarf that was holding it? Am I correct? Oh no, it was our drow.
Obedience.
Okay.
No, it's Tabaxi.
Oh, it's back to
Oh, sorry. I didn't even. Sorry, I didn't even know. I can't tell from everyone's voices yet. I'll learn eventually.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I would return it and I would say, my god of fate tells me, do not wear this. It will cause you to be as angry as he was.
Good to know. I'll wrap it in like a piece of cloth.
A good rule
Clearly.
of thumb to follow is just don't put on random necklaces because you don't know what's gonna happen.
That's a
I'm
good
with the boat
rule.
of lass.
Yes, there is the chance that you could turn into a therioanthropic hybrid wolf-like creature.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it in
That-
cloth
that's
and
a
like
lot
put
of
it in my bag.
words.
Charles looks at Renesmee and says, "Sorry, love. Now that we've almost died together, I feel like I should tell you. My name's actually Charles. I lied to you. Sorry."
Oh, okay. That didn't actually sound like a name before.
Is there anything else on the wolf boy?
No, you can't really find too much else on the wolf boy. However, looking, you did find that before he transformed, he was holding about 2 silver and a copper piece on him.
Does anybody want his money?
No, but I'll take his
No.
blood. Thank you for asking.
Huh?
I'm gonna take out some vials and start to collect his
Pardon?
blood.
But actually, would you
I
mind
would
collecting
clap
me a bottle of that
excitedly.
too?
Oh, what was that, Torwin?
Would you mind collecting me a bottle of that blood too?
Oh my god.
I pull out
Of
one
course.
Of my, like a vial from a bandolier.
I'm gonna pass over. How many vials do I get actually? Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead. Do you not have any, like, vials in your equipment? But I'll just reasonably say you had some with you.
How?
Let me roll.
Well, I have alchemist supplies, so I can feasibly
Oh.
have as many as possible.
Right,
Infinite supply. Never end.
Yeah,
okay.
like a material pouch, but for alchemy.
I'm gonna say roll me a flat d20 and everything. Basically, like at a 10, you have let's say 3 on you, and everything over that. So 2, 4, 6, 18. 2. I'm gonna say you have 7 vials.
I'm gonna pass you one, and then hold the others out and say, "Would anyone like another?
Thank you.
Otherwise,
I'm alright.
I'll keep them for my."
How much did you say was on him? 2 silver and what copper?
1 copper.
1 copper. Silver, 1 copper.
All right then.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
is the person's eyes still open?
Yes, they are.
Let's scoop out his eyes.
No. Renesmee sits like by his face and like closes his eyes and then starts praying over him.
Our guard's coming. Where
yeah.
are they?
So-
Security sucks.
I would probably say something like, he's ruined our show! And
So-
like, be like looking around.
I actually don't have a model for Ma yet, but you see your boss, sort of the owner of this carnival, and kind of probably should be one of the first people to kind of come back and respond. She comes out of where she was hiding in the caravan, not wanting to have gotten injured, even though Crux, she could have taken care of that no problem. She's just looking out for her own skin. And she steps out and says, this is horribly bad for business. Crux, go ahead, start cleaning up this mess. I'll round up the other boys.
Clean up this mess, Ma. How did you not foresee this? You are really good at. You're supposed to be very good at that.
Come on. Wait a moment.
Oh, well, what are you waiting for?
Mavros, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was sent by Rinia, but by my mom, Rinia.
I would step in the middle of between the two of them, and I would say, "Nah, To speak with Ma, you need to pay. There are kings who pay to speak with this woman."
My axe sparkles with electricity a little bit.
Are you trying to threaten me?
No, not Mom. Crux a little bit.
I hold out my palm, unintimidated.
You see Ma kind of takes Crux up on this. To threaten Crux is to threaten her.
Ooh.
All right. Shit I've been through today. I have to get here. And I say, how much do you want?
100 gold.
All I ask. Oh, I'll let Ma handle this, and I'll look at Ma.
Crux, you know that her kind of taking you up on this isn't really her kind of caring about you being threatened. It's more like your merchandise. If you're hurt, it hurts her.
I'm well aware of Ma's relationship with owning me.
Yes, mommy.
And yikes. She steps up and says, "It's but a trifling fee. We'll talk about it after we're done talking."
I'll sigh and walk off.
I'm gonna give her more of Crux's voice there.
It's a per hour thing.
Ma, I always tell you, get the money first. Always get the money first.
That's usual business, but we've been attacked by a werewolf here.
Ugh, fine. And I'll saunter off and huff.
Hey, don't put on that attitude. I'll be back to deal with you later.
Yes, Ma. Yes, Ma.
And she looks down at this female dwarf. Now, what were you saying, dwarf? Something about who?
Rinia of the Sons of Iron.
Rinia. Ooh, from the what clan was that, dwarf?
Sons of Iron.
Sons of Iron. Oh, you'd be talking about the last from Cathorp, right?
Yes, that's my ma.
Your mother. I can definitely see a similarity. Why is she sent
Thank
to
you,
me?
I appreciate it. Oh boy, the accent's drifting.
Yeah. I, by the way, whenever I'm nervous, I'm really bad at maintaining an accent. So as I play with you guys a little bit more, things will be a lot more consistent in action. Just by the way.
It's all good.
But yeah, she asked you why she sent you.
We're needing some ingredients. We have to. We're looking for a cure to the pox.
I don't.
And
oh yeah.
she sent me to talk to you. Apparently, you have something.
I will definitely see what I can do. For the meantime, would all of you like to come with me and we can talk about what's happened here? I'll get someone to clean up the body.
Thank God I don't have to.
Cracks!
Ah!
No, she's not gonna yell at you to clean up. She'll call one of the working crew, and she goes to walk off to her tent. It's up to you guys if you want to follow.
Are we
I
all
will
invited?
be walking right after.
Yeah, you all were invited to kind of talk about what's happened with this.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll go.
As we're walking, I'll turn to the others and say, "So, my name's Torwin. Pleasure to meet you all. Although killing a werewolf together is a bit of an odd way to get to greet, I feel."
Likewise.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. It's bad that we had to meet in such bad ways, but it's so nice to meet you all. I'm Renesmee. Just call me Ren. But yeah.
Nice to meet you, Renesmee. You look a bit young to be out and about like this.
I'm not that young, and well, I was with a group, but I guess they ran. I don't know. They're probably just helping people and spreading the word of Helm. I probably should have done that, but I just wanted to see everyone fight. She looks really excited and she starts like skipping towards the tent.
You're like a really good fighter.
So
I am AR designation T1, and this here is Drome, but you may also call me Art. It is a nickname in your culture, and I have adopted it.
right, that's slightly unsettling, Art. But you're welcome aboard.
Thank
Charles
you
just
for the
goes-
welcome.
Charles just says, "Hey, Charles. Nice to make your acquaintance."
Charles?
I look at Charles and look at his sword.
Giggity.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy Clarence. Don't worry about him.
Clarence,
I mean, I feel like I kind of have. I feel like I'm obligated to, as you just sucked the soul out of this werewolf.
Let's just
I feel
say
like the desiccated body.
Clarence and I have a little arrangement.
Charles says in your head, "He is no friend of mine." Talking about Torwin.
Similar to Drome and I, we have an arrangement too. I built him, and now he is mine.
I feel like that's slightly different.
Yeah, it's not
that
exactly the same. It's more like Clarence saved me from an eternity of being a slave in the Underdark, and in return, I do what he says. And
I'm sorry.
usually what he says isn't that bad.
You said the Underdark?
Well, yeah, and he sort of like motions to his face. I was kind of born there. And,
As
they
was
don't take...
I.
You
were born in the Underdark?
I was not
Thanks.
born, but I was created.
Wait,
In
what
the
is the
Underdark.
Underdark?
Did someone say what is...
Are you asking as a player or are you asking as a character?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Alright, I can answer that. The Underdark is basically this real bad place underground where all manner of nighttime creatures live. You got your drow, you got your myconids, you got more drow.
Okay.
It's mostly just drow, but
Yeah.
there's also myconids, which are nice. You got flumps too; those are like the best part. But basically, in drow society, they run what's called a matriarch, which means that they enslave all men. So, yeah, obviously that doesn't work out too well for me. And also, neither does only being half drow. So, they were like, "Oh, we need to enslave you." And I was like, "But don't, though?" And they tried to, and then I found Clarence, and I fought my way out, and now I'm here.
What are you
Mind me
half
asking
of?
what the other half is?
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing too fancy. I'm half human.
Well, I'm also half drow by creator and half deep gnome on my arm side.
That's really cool. Cool to know.
Alright then, let's see what this
And Drome here, he's made out of a melted down longsword and some plates.
You gotta make some mechanical purr.
I mean, that's real impressive. That's a very short
You're a
list.
really talented
of
builder.
components.
Oh,
I
there
would
were
not
about
be paying attention.
467 trace elements of other minerals and materia that I used to create him, but I didn't think they were worth listing. Most humans and other main races don't enjoy when I list things endlessly.
I feel like that's a good policy to go by.
Thank you. I'm learning.
Right, you are, RT. I'm gonna start walking towards the
Yeah, me too.
Okay, and it's about that time that you hear Ma yell, "I am not a woman to be kept waiting!" and you guys go into her tent. You step in here. It's kind of, the room is sort of smoky with this incense that she's burning. She sits you around a circular table, and in the center there's sort of this basin of water that's completely still. And she gestures for you guys to sit down in the chairs around the table. Including Crux, you're there, right?
I'm there to, and I'd be like, Ma, you want me to sit? I was weird.
I gesture for you to sit, you don't... sit your ass down. I need to talk, we don't have time for you to be standing.
I would first take a really deep inhale of the essence, of the incense that's burning, and then I would sit down.
Okay.
Obedience's eyes are watering like crazy.
Yeah, I'd be giggling.
He knows the type of stuff that Ma likes to burn.
good kush.
She looks around at all of you and says, I don't know how much you would know about lycanthropes, but if you've looked at the moon tonight, it is not a time for them to be coming out. Would any of you happen to know who this man was?
No clue.
I would say, Ma, I recognize the cloak from a different town that we were in, and the amulet that was placed upon him was...
Yeah.
Oh, now you're gonna bring up an amulet. Why is that the last thing you bring up?
I take out the amulet.
Ma. I'd be like, yes, Kitty Cat, show her amulet. Show her amulet.
I show her amulet.
You place the bronze wolf-headed amulet to her. And she says, Crocs, being smart, you've already identified this?
Yes, and I would explain exactly what it does to Ma.
Oh. Yes, I do remember. You said a cloak with a gentleman head on.
The head of the wolf, you know what they say in the old country. Wolf bite, it spit, and you say, no, wolf.
Yes, is what we say. What we say again? No wolf.
No, to the
No
wolf. No wolf. But, sometimes wolf lucky. Like cat lucky.
Yes, but this wolf I would not say lucky. And...
Oh, alright.
Obedience. Not obedience. Crux. Get me my scrying supplies.
Obedience,
okay.
get my scrying supplies. I don't know where it is.
Ma, you fire me? I don't get your scrying supply anymore? You bring a new servant into this household, and what am I to you anymore, Ma?
You're fired.
The kitty cat's much better than you anyway, it looks.
I agree, Ma. And then I would get up from the table and go look for, get her scrying supplies and give them to her.
Could you describe Ma one more time?
Crux, you probably be better at this.
Big, billowing 80s black hair juts out from under a wrapped dark turban, the color of the sky as before it turns to night. Jewels that are gross hang from her fingers that are abnormally huge and weird and strange, and she's a rather larger woman, filling up her chair, but she's also quite glamorous and has lots and lots of powder on her face that's kind of smeared from the running around of the night, but her lips look great. Her lips have has not smudged at all. So,
could I?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
What are you looking for? This Arcana check.
Kind of. I feel like Torwin looking at her and kind of this whole deal that she's got going on. Like trying to,
just try to look at her in general to see if you sense something arcane about her. Yeah, go ahead and roll for me. Okay, 20.
Now I will ask. Well, actually, if I don't know she's Fae, then I don't get the advantage. So never mind.
Okay. So you kind of take a look around this room and take a look at her, and you see just sort of trace elements of a lot of arcane presence around her. These rings, they glimmer with magic. She seems to emit almost a kind of presence and aura of this sort of sickening. I wouldn't say sickening. It's almost so heavy. This sort of scent of just the arcane, and you know this is someone that magic is very closely aligned with. If that gives you anything.
Got it.
Okay. Where are we at?
I gave you your
Sorry for
scrying
interrupting.
tools. I gave you your scrying tools.
Gotcha. So you pull out the oils and the different ingredients for scrying, and place them in front of her, and she quickly goes to work with preparing the basin in front of you. She takes another stick of incense and lights it, and you see she sort of inhales the incense and looks into the circle of oil, water, and other magical components.
Before she gets really into it, I would point at Renesmee, and I'd be like, "Look, Ma, what breathing facility do you think that she came from?"
Crux, I am in middle of trying to do ritual. I is midway
Sorry,
between the
sorry.
third plane, and looking through the astral, I have no idea what you point at.
Oh, sorry, Ma.
You see she gets up and looks, and her eyes are like a pure, like opal kind of color, and so she has no idea what's in this room right now. She's in the middle of like trancing. You know not to interrupt. You've done this 1,000,000 times.
I know. I don't pay attention. I know.
Yes. And she goes back to what she's doing, and you see her eyes get even more foggy, and she begins speaking. Her voice sounds almost distant. I look into these amulets. I see a thick forest, a wood. It appears. Oh, I do not like this. There appears to be strong dark magic. Familiar magic, Crux. Do you know of the name Ashwood? She's sort of asking the people around her about the Ashwood. If you guys are familiar.
So, I'd say I'm pretty intimately familiar.
Are you familiar with what lurks there?
Lots of Fae. Werewolves.
Exactly.
That
Fae.
lurks there.
This amulet was not made by the hands of man or people from this plane. This is work of Fae. And she leaves her trance and looks around at you. She, as her eyes kind of clear up and she looks around the table, this amulet needs to be destroyed. Get rid of it. I don't want it here anymore.
What?
Okay.
How exactly do you propose
I can
to
happily oblige.
Who the fuck is that?
And it doesn't sound like a good thing to keep, so sounds like a good idea to me.
Ma, I want it. I want to keep it. It
What?
looked nice. It looked nice with the outfit.
Nothing looks
no,
nice with
I
your
don't think you
outfit.
should wear it.
I would say, okay, all right.
Give
I
it
don't
to
need
me, I'll destroy it.
I don't. Just as long as I don't have to see it, I don't care what you do with it. Crux, I want you to go to forest now.
Now,
Now.
it's late, Ma.
It is late. You've been up
All
late,
right.
sir.
Yo.
Look, I know
I
where
know
you've
you
been all
stay
day.
up.
You didn't even work on setting up today. Where you go now, we need to go to the source of this amulet before it plagues the rest of our carnival.
Listen, Ma. I of course will do this for you. You give me name, you name me Crux after middle of road where you find me, And you know I'm grateful, so of course I go for you to forest.
You know,
And Faye don't scare me much anyway.
Yeah, they
Could I-
shouldn't.
Can I do an insight check on that backstory? For the whole conversation.
Go ahead.
Just like, yes, you named me Crux at the middle of the world where you found me. It's just like, Torwin is suspicious of the dynamic y'all have got.
Crux, that's up to you. What do you
I
say?
mean, you know that he's telling the truth. He's not lying.
Okay.
He's not making it up.
I feel like this raises further questions.
Can Ren make an insight check on Ma?
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out about her?
I just don't like the vibe she's putting out.
Not a vibe.
I agree.
Vibe check.
Oh, that's a 10.
I'd like to insight check resume.
Resume.
She's being too insightful right now, and I just want to see what's up with her. No, I'm kidding.
So you can't
It's
really gauge too much into Ma besides what's the surface level. But she does really not like what she thought about that amulet and its apparent source in the Ashwood. Crux, you hear in your mind the voice of Ma. She's doing a telepathic link with you. And she says, you know, we have many members of our carnival, gypsies and people kind of a mess. Some of them are not what you'd say completely normal. We don't need something that would interfere with the mind of a lycanthrope around here. And this is someone who came to our carnival. This was nothing accidental.
Well, Ma, you know, if anyone ruins the show, I must go after. So, of course, I will take care of this and keep it quiet. Mum is the word, Ma.
She says, take however much time you need to go to Ishwood and back. Just make sure you find where this amulet came from and destroy it. To tell your friends to leave.
Okay. And I'll say, everyone leave now.
I know the routine.
Torwin will say.
Do I
what
go
he
with
wants to
them?
She she kind of told you to leave too. I'm sorry. She does stop Torwin though.
And then I guess she clarifies for me, and I'd be like, okay, Ma says I need to leave too. All right, we all go.
She does hold up her hand and says, "Dwarf, you stay 1 moment."
All right. You'll go on ahead. I'll catch up.
All right, I'll exit the tent and dance out of there and not notice what's going on.
So you come. You haven't got what you're going to pay for. You wanted to talk.
Sorry, give me a second to get the accent.
What'd you say?